is what sticks out the most, and that's what's going to damage. So kind of like your little bumper for your purse. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Jess. I like to post about fashion, lifestyle, and clothing hauls. So today I wanted to talk about a Louis Vuitton bag, specifically the ALMA BB bag in the monogram, which I've had for 7 years. So the reason why I wanted to review this bag is just for anybody who's in the market right now for an ALMA BB to see what it's like to have it for a certain period of time, to see the wear and tear of it, and to see how I like to wear it to compare to how you might want to wear it, so you can get a better sense of if you want to purchase this bag or what material you would like to get. So without further ado, let's get started. So let's get started by showing how the bag hangs. And this is the crossbody strap, and as you can see, it hangs adjacent on each handle, and they have their corresponding links for you to link it on, and then you can have it removed by just clicking on the D links. And let me just turn it around for you guys. So as you can see, this light color here is the vachetta, the untreated leather. And I've never did any treatment to it, so you can see how it's changed over 7 years through the wear that I've done on it. So here, there's more browning at the top on both sides. And I typically wear this as a crossbody, so if you are one to wear it with your hands, then likely it's going to be more dark unless you cover it up with a scarf. But if you are going to cover it up, then at the end you're just going to have that really light colored untreated leather, and it's going to darken in the other areas, and that would not make much sense. And here you can also see more wear, and on the other side it's an almost identical wearing, but this side doesn't have that. So because I wear it as a crossbody, when it hangs, the string pulls on the handles a little bit. So on this side, it would pull this handle out a little bit, and then as it leans on my hip, it causes some rubbing at the side here. So that's what's causing this rubbing here. Just a closer look on that. And then here, a little bit of discoloration. But as you can see on the vachetta, there's some obvious watermarks. And on this side as well. And on the bottom, which takes the biggest beating, because when you're putting it on your hip, or even if you're just using it as a handbag, it's what sticks out the most, and that's what's going to damage. So kind of like your little bumper for your purse. Just gonna zoom in closer for you guys. And then some darkening on the ends there, and more wear right at the corner, and I'll show you the bottom afterwards. And here the key bell, same thing. From the rubbing, there's some wear and tear there. And with the gold hardware, you can see how this crossbody strap hardware does not match this link here. And I don't remember if it did before. I doubt that it did. And then the wear on here kind of looks like it's faded and chipped a little bit. And then on the back side, and here on this D-link, there's significant wear on the end there, in the inside and on the outside a little bit. I also have this in my Eva clutch, and I've had that for a few years longer than this bag, and it doesn't have this much of a wear on it. And I think that's just the nature of how this bag is because of its weight. And here the other side, same thing. And also some more watermarks. As you can see throughout this bag, there had been no issues in the stitching as well. And we can take a closer look at that later. So here, I don't attach the crossbody chain on here. So I don't even really know how this had rubbed off. Here on the handle, the glazing, it looks really good from afar, but if you take a closer look, it's actually peeling a little bit at the ends. And I'll just show you the other side. Some peeling. So if I put my nail under there, it'll rip off. Okay, and then I'll just show the bottom now. So more watermarks. And then the gold hardware here. This is very typical. the wear and tear there. No damage in the stitching, but as you can see at the edge, it's taken its beading a bit. And then you can see it dirt, or the dirt around it. Okay, so next we can talk about the zipper. Actually, let's talk about the canvas here. So you can see in the video here that there's a little bit of a dip, which wasn't there before, and I just noticed this actually a couple weeks ago. So I don't know if it's how I took care of it. I always leave it in the dust bag, but it looks like it's just a natural sinking of the canvas over time. So if I stuffed the bag, that might not have happened, or I don't think that would have happened. So here, it dips in a little bit, and then even at the top there's just a slight divot. It's not completely smooth as it used to be. Here also another bump, not as smooth as it used to be, and you can see it in the video. Just, it's very slight, so it's not something you can see too much. So not too much warping. And here it's pretty straight along the zipper, although you can see that it has tarnished along the zipper. The fabric doesn't show any wear though, no fraying. And it's still perfect along the edge. So that didn't take any damage over the years of wearing this, more so as a crossbody bag. Okay, so let's just unzip this. And you can also remove the padlock, but I never did. And if you did, there likely would be less wear in the zippers here. Here's this one, not as much on that end. Here more so. So that's where the contact would be of the padlock when it's together, like that. And when it's on this side, like that. So I'm assuming on this side it's also not as much. There is still a significant amount, but less. Okay, and with this bag, there's the brown lining, and that's the only option. Not the cleanest in here, but pretty good still. Guess I could have even vacuumed it. And oh, it's not really focusing, but that says it's made in USA, which maybe that could be the cause of the material. Actually, no, the material should all come from the same place. So it's just how they manufactured it, which I say is pretty good because the stitching is impeccable, really. And there's some people that wear the straps on both sides, so they'll hook it onto where it's supposed to link here, and then on this side it doesn't have one, but they'll just link it onto here so it's just on one side, because there's been complaints about this bag since it's on the adjacent handles or ends. It would kind of wobble when it's on your hip. But I definitely would not suggest that, because that would put all the weight on one handle and pull on here, which can cause the stitching in here to break off. So I definitely would not recommend that. And here, the pocket. It's pretty good. Nowhere. Oh, there we go. Got it slightly focused. So there you go. That sums up the bag of how it looks from 7 years of wear. Still very cute. I forgot to show a closer look of the strap. So, a little bit of darkening there, more darkening. Then it lightens up at the ends. So more so where I hold it before I put it onto my shoulder is where it's darkened. So right in the middle. And then the ends, no tearing throughout the whole strap, which is pretty good. And it's pretty soft. So there's been some complaints about it digging into people's arms, but I think that's more so with the damier Eben, because it's the treated leather and it's just slightly harder. But I didn't have any difficulty with this. Okay everyone, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope that helped in your decision if you're going to get the ALMA BB or not, or whether it helped you in deciding what material you're going to end up getting. So if you have any further questions, just comment below and I'll answer all of them. Or if you want to see how the bag is styled and with what clothing, let me know. Or if you have any other comments, please comment below and like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.